Hey, so this is Colwen, and this is going to be a review primarily of Transformers Legacy Override. However, this isn't the first time we've seen this figure. We had the original Cybertron Overide back in the early 2000s. So, this figure is a massive improvement. Oh, so we're gonna put this lovely thing over here for a moment, and we're gonna talk about this one. So, one of the things that Cybertron was known for was having a cyber key gimmick, and more often than not, the gimmick was so intrusive to the figure that the gimmick ruined the figure. Well, we don't got that problem here because here's her Cyberplanet key and here's her gimmick. Oh yeah, that's it. It's very unobtrusive. In fact, it's so unobtrusive that yeah, the whole thing can disconnect off and become a handheld weapon for her in her robot mode. No. See, this isn't a case of an ugly gimmick ruining the toy. No, this is a case of the toy ruining itself. We'll get into that in a minute. But first, let's look at the... It's a very cool-looking, futuristic, hot rod, sci-fi'd out speedster vehicle. It's got a little bit of Knight Rider in there. It's got a little bit of Speed Racer in there. It looks good. And they translated that over very well to the new one. I mean, really, the new one just sleeks things down even better and like gives you some nice, better painted detail. Like, you see these little laser guns up in the front here? They're a lot more pronounced on the newer one. Now, it'd be nice if the newer one had some more gold paint. Like this one's got the gold on the front and it's got the gold on the weapon, but no, we're not. She's got a little bit of gold around her cockpit. That's good. That's good. She can get away with a lot. This one, see, look, she's already trying to transform on me. So yeah, that's the undercarriage. So let's go ahead and get into the transformation. And even I, to this day, am not entirely sure how this transformation exactly works. So, there's part of it. And she's already... See, you actually need this to make the transformation work better when we get into robot mode. But see, so she's spring-loaded. She's got all these spring mechanisms all up inside here so that she can go from here to here. From here to here. Yeah. And then we're still not done transforming her though, because now we've got to fold this entire back thing down here. There's the backpack. Then we got to take this thing here that was in between her legs to hold her vehicle mode together, and we got to accordion it down, and we got to get this peg into this hole here, and it never quite wants to line up because it actually wants to use a different hole when she's using the gun. Then, look at her legs. Look at her legs. We still have to turn this all around in here. Then, we still got to turn the legs around forward. Turn the legs around forward. Open up the heel spurs. Now we can get her standing up. And, like, the arms are already there, so that's good. But this thing still doesn't want to peg in place. So, and she's incredibly back heavy, and her heel spurs don't want to heel spur, and her knees don't bend the right way to get her over her center of gravity. So we're just going to go ahead and lean her forward like that. And she's still going to want to lean backwards. Let's go ahead and pull this thing back off. And now this hole right here will go onto that part right there. And it does hold her backpack together. See, look, her crotch keeps slipping out of place, and then that thing wants to make me a liar. And it keeps wanting to spring around. There we go. She still wants to lean backwards. Right here, we can take that and stick it in her hand. And here we have her in robot mode. And like, the only thing new you're getting is the arms and the head reveal. And the robot mode is bulky, and at the same time, the arms are gangly. And like, she's got all this posability. She's got the swivels up in the arms. She's got the swivels there. She's got an above the elbow swivel. She's got a single joint at the elbow. She's got a swivel wrist. No swivel wrist. No swivel wrist. Call that a butterfly joint, maybe? But the joints are really tight and stiff. And she's got the ball jointed hips, and she's got the above the knee swivels. She's got a nice knee bend, and then she's got kind of that going on. So like, the articulation is there, but the weight of the torso is constantly fighting against you, and no matter what, you're going to want to have her leaning forward in most poses. Because otherwise, even now, okay, she's holding in pretty good there. Alright, so there we got her. Okay. Does she look cool? Yes. But her weight, see, and there she goes. She was never meant to be a girl anyways. It was Override in the Japanese original was a guy. And they figured they needed more female characters. So they just randomly, give that character a female voice. And the transformation doesn't want to stick together. Ah! You. Did I bring in the vehicle comparisons yet? No, I didn't. So here's the new one with Barricade. And like, these ones are like within a year or two of each other. So like, that's a good comparison. There's the soda can. And I want to demonstrate this real quick. So this is literally supposed to be an homage to this one, okay? This is the better version. And if you are so inclined, you can stick the key in there. That's cool. So, we got the blast effect parts, and you can actually stick them on there, or you can stick them up here under guns. So you can have some cool, like, flaming roadster effects going on. And, yeah, she doesn't hide things as well, but, like, she condenses things together a lot better. And, like, even though you can still see the arms, she is still a lot better looking in vehicle mode than the other one. Let's, go ahead and get into transformation. Now, you don't need to remove the weapon. So I'm going to leave that on there. What I'm going to do is we're going to take the legs up here. I'm going to pull them apart. And this is how they got rid of that spring effect. Instead of springing the legs all around, springing the torso around, they double jointed the legs, and you hinge them forward and then lock them in place. And then here, the front legs, the feet, you can pull the feet down. Then when the feet are out of the heel spurs out of the way, you're going to lift that part up and fold it around. See that? This right here is going to come forward, and like the heel spur is cut in such a way that it wraps around the hinge inside there. It's really nice looking. And then fold that away. And like, even like this little slide here is going to go over that tab right there. Okay? And locks it away. Straighten the legs out. She's already gotten nice and tall, huh? Now, going to come back here, and her hands grab a hold of these bars on the inside of her body. And then up here, we got these pegs, these little tabs that go into these slots on the front of the fender. And once you get that free, you're going to turn the whole wheel around. You see that? Just turn the wheel around. This bar here in the middle, we're going to push these things together a little bit. Get off that tab. Pull things down like that, and push them in. Okay? Then, turn everything around. Did you see that? There's this hinge inside here that we're just going to pull everything around like that. And this tab here, this rounded off bit, is going to wrap around that joint down there and peg it all in place. Then we can take these red tabs, we can put these hinges down there, and then bring that red tab into there. See that little slot back there? There we go. Oh, I missed the slot. Get in there. And then now we've got a nice... Oh, okay, I skipped a step. Bring these back forward again because these tabs here are going to go into some tab slots on the inside of the shoulder parts. So bring that down. Then we can tab in those shoulder pieces. Tab in the parts behind. Yeah, so we got this slot here, and this tab, and this tab, and this slot. And you're going to want to get them together at the same... Why are you fighting me? There we go. Turn the hands around. And now we've got Legacy Overdrive in her robot mode. And she looks a lot better in robot mode than this old thing. Can I stand you up straight so we can get a better look at you two, front side? She's a lot... She still has the bulk of being an intimidating character. She's not as feminine as some other fembots out there, but she sleekens down a lot better than this thing, and you can believe this one being a female robot a lot more than this one being a female robot. Bend you forward again. There we go. You can still put the effect parts on these parts in her robot mode, which is kind of cool. The backpack popped clean off, and she's, look at that. There's like almost no backpack. She has negative a backpack. And we can take this thing here, and there's no spring-loaded gimmick. There's nothing that could potentially get broken. It just turns right around, and we can peg it in her arm. Oh, we can peg it in her hand, or we can go ahead and just mount it on her forearm right there, which I think looks a lot better. And if we want, we can peg that in there like it's a, I don't know, it's venting off an override. There we go. She's venting. Let's get Film Noir Spider-Man in here. We got the dead Autobot here, and we got the soda can. So I wouldn't bother unless if you're into the old Cybertron Planet Key stuff, you can still find the old Cybertron Override for a decent price on eBay for between $15 to $20 loose, complete, hopefully with her original Cyber Key. But if they got an extra one with her, you know, there's other Cyber Keys out there. This is a good figure. If you find her out there, grab her up. She's got complicated transformation, but once you get it figured out, it's very fun. Does a lot of cool tricks. Huge improvement over the old one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy.